everybody. It's Miss Monet and Lizzie. And today we're going to be reading from, the name of this book is Secret. It's the first book in the Secret series. You guys might have seen this around the library. It's pretty popular. And I really don't know how to categorize this book because it's not really fantasy or anything. It's not like magical, but it's realistic fiction, but there are a lot of twists and turns. Maybe magical realism. But it's a really cool book if you like mysteries and thrillers and kind of like figuring things out. Like if you like the Hardy Boys or the Nancy Drew books. This one's along those same lines. It's a similar book. So I think you guys might really like this. I know I still do. Okay. So we're going to start right at the beginning. Chapter 1. I'm sorry I couldn't let you read Chapter 1. That was where you would have learned the names of the characters in this story. You also would have learned where it takes place, and when. You would have learned all the things you usually learn at the beginning of a book. Unfortunately, I can't tell you any of those things. Yes, this is a story about a secret, but it's also a secret story. I shouldn't even be telling you that I shouldn't be telling you the story. That's how much of a secret it is. Not only can't I tell you the names of the people involved, I can't even tell you what they've done or why. I can't tell you what kind of pets they have, or how many annoying little brothers, or how many bossy big sisters, or whether they like their ice cream plain or with mix-ins. I can't tell you about their school or their friends or their favorite television shows, or if they ride skateboards, or if they're champion chess players, or if they compete in fencing competitions, or even if they wear braces. In short, I can't tell you anything that would help you identify the people involved in this story if you were to meet them at your dentist's office. Teeth, as you may know from watching television, are very useful when detectives are identifying cadavers. This is for your own protection as well as mine, and for the protection of your friends, and even of your enemies. You know, those ones you say you want to kill, but in the end you'd rather keep alive. Still, you must find my silence very frustrating. How can you follow a story if you don't know whom it's about? Somebody has got to be getting lost in the woods, or slaying dragons, or traveling in time, or whatever it is that happens in the story. I'll tell you what, I'll make you a deal. To help you follow my story, I'm going to break my own rule already, and I'm going to give you my characters' names and faces. But remember, these aren't their real names and faces. They're more like code names or cover identities, like a spy or a criminal would have. If you don't like a name I chose, change it. If I write Tim loved to pick his nose, and you prefer the name Tom to Tim, then read the line as Tom loved to pick his nose. I won't take offense. You can do that with all the names in this book if you like. Or keep my names, it's up to you. Now, just as it's hard to read a story without knowing whom the story's about, it's also hard to read a story without knowing where the story takes place. Even if you were reading about aliens from another dimension, you'd want to imagine something about their surroundings, like that they lived in a murky green world, or in some place really hot. Although the real location of this story will have to remain a mystery, to make it easier for all of us, why don't we say the story takes place in a place you know very well? We'll call it your hometown. When you read about the town the characters live in, just think of the town you live in. Is the town big or little, by the sea or by a lake? Or is your town all asphalt and shopping malls? You tell me. When you read about the character's school, think of your school. Is it in a one-room school building or in a bunch of double-wide mobile homes? You decide. When they go home, imagine they live on your street, maybe even in a house right across from yours. Who knows, maybe your street is where the story really takes place. I wouldn't tell you if it was, but I couldn't tell you for certain that it's not. In return for all the freedom I'm giving you, I ask only one favor. If I ever slip and reveal something that I shouldn't, and I will, please forget what I've said as soon as possible. In fact, when you're reading this book, it's a good idea to forget everything you read as soon as you read it. If you're one of those people who can read with their eyes closed, I urge you to do so. And if you're blind and reading this in Braille, keep your hands off the page. Why do I write under such awful circumstances? Wouldn't it be better to scrape this book together and do something else? Oh, I could give you all kinds of reasons. I could tell you that I write this book so you will learn from the mistakes of others. I could tell you that as dangerous as writing this book is, it would be even more dangerous not to write it. But the real reason is nothing so glorious. It's very simple. I can't keep a secret. Never could. I hope you have better luck. And that is the end of chapter 1. You can probably tell from that it is a strange little book, but the story gets even better as you go along, and the whole series is so much fun to read. So again, it's the name of this book is Secret. It's the first book in the Secret series, and I'm sure you can find it on online libraries or online book websites. I hope you guys enjoyed reading with Lizzie and I, and we'll see you guys later. Bye!